Hello and welcome to Green Fruit Gaming. So today is 420. It's of course a good day. That Elon Musk is putting a Dogecoin on the moon. I think that's today. Of course, there's another thing happening today, but we at least try to keep it family friendly here. So, no. But today is also a good day because there is good news. And, this is good news that you're not going to hear anywhere else, or at least half of it is, because no one is talking about that. They're talking about, like, hey, this is the issue, but they're not actually saying what I'm about to say, and that is that the CMOS battery thing, like, that whole issue it's not an issue. Plug in your console. Turn it on. There you go. Your CMOS battery is going to last another 10 years. So, the CMOS battery, its main purpose is that it tells time. Is it keeps time within your console. I don't know why that would affect the playability of your games, but that's what it does. And, these are in, computers sometimes, not all the time, not everything uses them. But you can also find them in watches, and of course, two other things, which are the PS3 and the PS4. And a lot of people were kind of concerned that, their PS3, PS4, and I guess PS5 now, actually, were going to just, suddenly stop functioning. And that's not going to happen. Like, as long as you're, actively using it, it's not going to happen. Even me, I don't, use my PS3 every single day, but it's always plugged in. And because it's always plugged in, that CMOS battery is always charging. The only time your CMOS battery will lose charge is if your console isn't connected to anything, if it's not plugged into any kind of power source. And that includes, I believe, if you flip that little switch behind the PS3, or is it just the PS2 that has it? I'm not going to get up and check. Just keep your consoles plugged in, or at least plug them in every now and then to charge up that battery, because while they will die, CMOS batteries usually take about 10 years to die. And when the only time it's losing charge is when your thing is off, I don't see why you wouldn't just leave it in. Just leave it plugged in, and you won't have this issue. Another bit of good news is the PlayStation Store is not closing on the PS3 and PS Vita systems. A lot of people were, very concerned. Me as well, because I have a PS3, I have a PS Vita, and I love those consoles. I always explore the store. I usually don't buy anything from the store, but I like kind of having a list, maybe I want this eventually. But yeah, those stores aren't going to be closing. The PS3 and PS Vita stores will not be closing. Sony admitted to making a bad decision. They, admitted fault to it, and they're like, hey, so we're just not going to be closing those stores. They are still, however, closing the PlayStation Store on the PSP, which is unfortunate, but, it is what it is, I guess, at this point. We can just be happy that the PS Vita and the PS3 are both going to have their stores. They're both, still going to have the accessibility to all of that, and you can still buy new games. And the really big reason why this is good is that a lot of people are actually making a living developing new games for the PlayStation Vita. And as weird as is the thing about that, this system that the company that made it itself said was a failure is still going as strong as it is. As a huge fan of the PlayStation Vita, that makes me really happy. I didn't get one at launch. I didn't get one until well after they stopped making them. But, when I finally did get one, I was just, so excited. I was so happy. Just everything about that console is just amazing. And I think if Sony had, really advertised its strengths over just saying it has a touchscreen on the back, I feel like the Vita could have been a very, very strong competitor against the 3DS at the time if Sony had just focused on its real strengths instead of having a camera, I guess, which the DSi already had. Yeah, it's a weird situation that they thought that was a failure, but store isn't closing. It's not that much of a failure, is it, Sony? You actually see its value now, Sony? Sony? But yeah, I'm really happy about, both of these things, because I don't want my PS3 or PS4 to just stop working. That would frustrate me to infinity and beyond. And I certainly, don't want my PS4 dying out, especially when I just got it a couple years ago. But yeah, no, with the CMOS battery, just keep your consoles plugged in, or, if you have to have them in storage, plug them in every now and then just to keep that CMOS battery charged. And, PS5 owners, come on. 10 years is longer than that console's gonna last. 10 years is longer than any console has lasted before the next one came out and, just kicked in the butt. Aside from the Game Boy was around for a good long time. It was like 11 years they kept making that thing. But yeah, no, that's all the good news today. It's only been like 5 minutes, but it is the middle of my work week and I need to go to bed. But yeah, I just wanted to make a video and keep my audience engaged, I guess. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. If you want to see more of me, go ahead, hit the subscribe button. If you want to watch my older videos, I don't recommend it. I had a horrible camera quality back then. You can go ahead and do that on my channel, which you should subscribe to. I don't know if I already said that or not. I'm tired. But yeah, subscribe. It makes me happy when I see it, go up one number. Yeah. So, yeah, just do all the things that you do as a viewer, and I'll do all the things that I do as a viewer, because, I also watch YouTube. Yeah, alright, I'm gonna end the video here because I'm entering stage